Good morning everyone, how are we all doing today? So this is day 2 of my White Peak loop. Day 1, absolutely ridiculous, far too much mileage. I'm feeling it this morning, legs are aching, knees are aching, everything's aching. But we got there in the end. Stayed at Beltonville Farm campsite. Now they've got a fantastic setup there. They've got what they call a cowshed cafe. It's got bar, got food on. They have live bands on Saturday nights, I believe. Morning. Yeah, but be aware, it is actually a family campsite. In that, I mean, there's loads of kids running around screaming until about 10 o'clock at night. Now I went to bed at 9 o'clock, but I couldn't get to sleep because of all the noise. Another thing there is, if you get there late, you're not going to get a flat pitch. I'll tell you that now. Oh, we've got something rustling around in the trees around here. Oh, it's Mr. Squirrel. Yeah, right, so day 2. Back to Birchwood Farm. Now, we're doing 19 miles today, or thereabouts, which nowhere near as much as yesterday, but it's still a fair chunk, especially when you're carrying all this stuff on your back. We're just heading down from Beltonville Farm. There's a youth hostel just across the road, and then there's a path down to the Monsal trail, which is where I'm heading now. I'm hoping, I've had some porridge this morning, a coffee, but I'm hoping there'll be some cafes open somewhere where I can get some bacon butties. I'm desperate of a bacon butty, but we'll see. The weather, it's a little bit cloudy this morning. As you can see, I'm still in a t-shirt, so it's plenty warm enough and what have you. I think the sun is going to come out at some point, and I'll have to slap the suntan cream on because I got a little bit burnt yesterday. Anyway, that's all for now. Catch you all in a little while. Well, we're just over 3 miles in, and we're coming onto the famous Monsal viaduct. Look at the views around here. Well, up the top there is the Monsal pub. We're not going up to it. We're going to carry on and go through a big long tunnel. Absolutely beautiful around here. Right, so we just come off the Monsal trail. It's only about 50 metres to the Thornbridge estate. They've got a cafe here and all sorts of stuff going off. But as you can see, I've got my bacon and sausage sandwich and my latte. Happy days. Well, we're 8.5 miles in now, and we're skirting around the edge of Bakewell. Come to the old Bakewell station. Obviously, if you're running low on supplies or anything like that, you can nip into Bakewell. Loads of shops there and everything, and you can get your supplies quite easily. Right, so we've finally made it into Matlock. I haven't done much filming over the last few miles. You go through Rollesley and along Darleydale, but there's not much to see, plus I wanted to get my head down and get the miles in. Now when you come into Matlock, you'll come in this way, and then I believe the White Peak Loop follows the A6 down that way. However, if you come across this bridge, it's up to you whether you do this. There's a park across there, and it takes you up over the tops. Now, from what I remember, it's a bit of a climb to get up there, and the state my legs are in, it's going to take me quite a while. But you do get some spectacular views from up there, so I'll have a look. Yeah, my mistake. The White Peak Loop doesn't follow the A6. You come through that park and you pick up signs for the White Peak Loop. This is where I got it wrong. Now, if you want to follow the White Peak Loop, it takes you over that bridge and it takes you onto the A6, and then you follow that. But the way I'm going to go is up there, High Tor. That's where you get some spectacular views. Yeah, this is what I mean about some of the views from up here. That's the A6 down there. Why did I come up this one instead of just walking along that road, which is fairly flat? Right, we've finally reached the top of High Tor. I'll tell you now, you don't want to go too close to the edge. Look at it down there, it's a sheer drop. No railings, nothing. Now this is a very interesting route if you want to take it. You don't have to come this way. As you can see, you've got railings to hold on to. Sheer drop at the other side. Just got to take it very, very steady. Oh my god, why have I come this way? Oh, shut up. Look at that. Just a sheer drop down. Hopefully it brings us back onto the other path. Just thought I'd take this little detour to show you. I wouldn't like to come along here when it's slippy. Oh. Hello, Mr. Robin. How are we doing? I'm not going to hurt you. You're walking with me. You're going to have a walk with me. Oh, off he goes. Yeah, if you want to come back down to the A6 now, just here, there's the Heights of Abraham. Cable car if you want to take it over. Oh, we're now coming into a place called Cromford. As you can see from that sign, it's a World Heritage Site. Went Valley Mills. Up in front of us, you've got massive mills. Apparently, at the start of the Industrial Revolution, the Arkwrights built some mills round here, and then they built the first ever industrial village. Obviously, building houses for the mill workers and what have you. That's why it's a World Heritage Site. See what this sign says here. So Richard Arkwright's 1783 water-powered cotton spinning mills. Bit of history for you there. Well, at the moment we're following the Cromford Canal, which I believe starts and ends in Cromford. And I'm sure it played a big part in the Industrial Revolution, getting the goods to wherever they were going to in the world. As you can see, you can hire Canadian canoes and other canoes if you want to. I think we've got about a mile left to get to the campsite. Unfortunately, I think there's going to be a bit of a sting in the tail in that we're going to have a bit of a steep uphill section, but we shall see. Right, ladies and gents, we're just back at the campsite now. Whew. Yes, there was a sting in the tail. Anyway, what do I think of the White Peak Loop? The trail itself is fine, no big hills. It's quite monotonous on the section where it's the High Peak Trail following the disused railway line through farmland. That just goes on and on and on. But yeah, the rest of the, I mean, we did quite a few miles on the Monsal trail, but that's quite picturesque, and there were one or two cafes that we could get a drink and food at. I can quite safely say this has been one of the hardest things I've done for many, many years. I can only compare it to when I used to do Ironman triathlons, which were a nightmare. Now, it's not the fault of the trail itself, it's my fault. It's bad planning. I did far too many miles yesterday, which knackered me up for yesterday, and in turn knackered me up for today. Every single part of my body is hurting. I can't wait to have a shower. Nice hot shower. I think I'm that knackered I can't be even bothered going to the pub tonight. But we shall see. See how I feel after this shower. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my little excursion around the White Peak Loop. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Just tick that thumbs up icon. It helps my little channel. And I've got some more stuff coming up. I'm doing the Cumbria Way next month. So if you'd like to see more content of this nature, then please feel free to subscribe. It is free, don't cost you anything. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks everybody for watching.